Yo, we got another YouTube video. This YouTube video, I'm going to be showing y'all how 2024 rap music is already better than 2023 rap music just by going album to album and going to the important parts of both years for rap again. Um, and showing that 2024 already has better music than 2023. Excuse me. My bad. If you like rap videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I make rap videos like this all the time. And I'm going to get started. Now, first, I just want to go over the big albums of both years and then compare, right? Obviously, we got the first number one album of 2023 right here, Pink Tape. You know, some people will have mixed feelings about Pink Tape. Some people really don't like it. And some people think it's a cool album, but it just doesn't compare to his older work. But me personally, I like the album. And the fact that we had to wait till June to get a good album from anybody, basically. Or, okay, there was one album that dropped before June that I liked, but we'll get to it in a second. And, yeah, the fact that we had to wait this long for an album like this to drop is really goes to my point. You know what I'm saying? Right after that, or not right after that, a month later, we got Utopia. Y'all know how Utopia is by far the biggest album of 2023. It's still one of the biggest rap albums right now. Utopia is still doing great numbers. That's because Travis Scott is just like a great, like, he's great at promoting his work without actually promoting his work. Like, him playing Fiend 15 times at his concert, that's what's getting Fiend's this many streams. Like, Travis Scott being at almost every event, being all over social media, that's going to get you more streams, bro. Travis Scott's smart for that. Obviously, you got Four Other Dogs. Four Other Dogs was again teased during summer. Probably should have dropped during summer, but it didn't. It's still one of the biggest rap albums of 2023 just because it's Drake, whether you like the album or not. But yeah, that's Four Other Dogs. Great Chaos. King Carson's been one of the biggest rappers amongst my age group for sure. Like, a bunch of people in my age group love King Carson. Great Chaos was a great album, or it was a good album. I'm not gonna overrate it. There was still like a couple songs I didn't like. I would say like 3 to 4, but that doesn't change the fact that it still has some great songs on it. This is kind of a homer pick, and you know that's another reason why 2023 could be looked at as a bad year, one of the worst years for hip hop, obviously. But Boy Meets World by Sleepy Hollow, that's my favorite album of last year. That's the only reason I put it here. As you can see, this dude thinks it's album of the year. So, hey, I'm not the only person that thinks that. Love Sick by Don Toliver. That's the album I'm talking about. This album dropped in like February, I believe. It was a good album. It was solid. But obviously Don Toliver, oh my god, Don Toliver could have done more. And also it dropped in the weird spot of the year where just like nobody was dropping rap music for real. Because again, people didn't start dropping rap music until like June, like I was saying. Speaking of June, Gift and the Curse, Gunna, he kind of started off June with his album. Then Young Thug, which is gonna be next, dropped a week later, and then Uzi dropped right after Young Thug. But Gift and the Curse, first of all, I'm shocked it didn't go number one. I think Taylor Swift or something dropped right before that. Maybe that's why it didn't go number one. But it was definitely the biggest rap album at the time. Obviously he has a song F You Mean on there. Biggest song of last summer. One of the biggest songs of last year in general. And even besides that, it has some great songs on it, some great hits on it, like Rodeo Drive, Back to the Moon, etc. This album really came at a good point in Gunna's career. Next, Business is Business by Thug. I ain't like Business is Business. I know some people did, but I had to include it in the video just because it's Young Thug. Like, even though only like probably 5 out of the 16 songs on here, it's Young Thug, bro. I gotta include it on the list. And again, another album people didn't really like, but I gotta put it on the list just because it's NLE Choppa. Conwood 2. Even though I think Conwood 2 is like a 7 out of 10, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. But it still has some hits on there, like the song with Lil Wayne. Um, Do It Again, um, Slug Me Out. But yeah, there was a decent amount of hits on there. You can't act like there wasn't hits on there, bro. And yeah, that's basically all the albums of 2023. The fact that I had to include a couple albums that were kind of mid on there, that's how y'all know 2023 was not. I think I just said 2022, but that's how you know 2023 was pretty mid when it comes to music. Now, you go to 2024, way different, right? First rap album that dropped this year that was significant, American Dream. American Dream went #1. We start off the year with #1 album, which was actually a great thing for hip hop, considering last year again we didn't get #1 album until June. Late June at that. Actually, technically it was July because he dropped that last day of June. But y'all get what I'm saying. Anyway, American 21 Savage started off the year with #1 album, and then he did the little collab streams, Ain Ross, Casanat, all that. Those were fire. He promoted it very well. Even with the fake movie thing he did. No. And then you got Vultures 1 by Kanye. Y'all know how Vultures 1 and 2 is like. Even though they definitely both have their misses. It's Kanye West. Kanye West is definitely got a hidden gem in both of those albums. Because obviously you got Carnival from Vultures 1, and then a couple other songs that people like. Then you got Field Trip on Vultures 2. So, even though it's not a great album in its entirety, it definitely got some hidden gems. 2093 by Yeats. All over TikTok. I will say that for sure. Again, some people have mixed feelings about this. I like 2093. I think it's Yeats' best album. Now, I do have to go back to Yeats' old stuff because last time I listened to Yeats' old stuff was back in like 2021. So, maybe I feel a different way about it now. But I still gotta include this in the video because I like it a pretty good amount. We Don't Trust You by Future and Metro. Probably the biggest album of the year. Rap album, my bad. Biggest rap album of the year. Yeah, based off the tabs I'm seeing, it's definitely the biggest rap album of the year. And I know Like That really carried that, but still, like, it's still a good album, even without Like That. But Like That kind of just like put it up to a whole different level. My Deleted Letter by J. Cole, even though I think it's the most forgettable album that's dropped this year, still dropped. J. Cole dropping a big deal, even though he had that little apology stuff, which I'm still not messing with, even though some people was like, oh, that was a good idea. I don't think it was, but, you know, that was months ago. I ain't even gonna drag on that. But it did have some good songs on it for sure. We Still Don't Trust You. Again, another project. Had some good songs, but I don't really care for it. I know a lot of people love this, but I feel like they just dropped this one for the females, bro. Let's be for real, man. One of One by Gunna. One of the best rap albums of the year. Dang, bro, this year has a bunch of crazy albums already. Even though a lot of people are like, Gunna's sound is starting to sound the same, that the first like 12 tracks on the album sound amazing. And even though like Gunna does this on every album where the first 10 or so tracks sound great, then the second half of the album is kind of mid. The second half of this album wasn't really mid. It just had a couple skips. Like, me personally, I didn't like the song Roddy Ricch. I know some people did. No, a lot of people did. But we're not gonna act like this song didn't have. This album didn't have good second half tracks. Like Today I Did Good. That's a great song. He dropped the music for it. Made music video for it the other day. Hearthstone Saga by Don Toliver. I think everybody agrees that this is one of the best Don Toliver. This is the best Don Toliver album. One of the best rap albums of the year. Don Toliver definitely sounds more focused on this album than any of his other albums. My favorite song from it, Brotherstone, maybe my favorite song of the year. I'm not really sure yet. Yeah, Don Toliver just did great on this album. Vultures 2, feel the same way about Vultures 1. A lot of skips, but a lot of hidden gems. And then lastly, we got Polo G, Hood's Poet. And I've already released 2 videos about Polo G, Hood Poet, so I'm kind of tired of talking about it. But again, just another great album. I know some people got mixed feelings about it. Some people are like, it's dropped too late, like this dude right here. Excuse me. But me personally, I still like it. I like good music. So I can't critique it that much. But based off the fact that we're only in August, and you know, a lot of the rappers are still projected to drop. Like Playboi Carti's still projected to drop. I Am Music or Music, whatever that one's gonna be called. Drake's probably gonna drop a project before the year ends. A$AP Rocky says to drop Don't Be Dumb. I think he's dropping that this month. I could be wrong about that. Polo G has a deluxe coming out for Hood Poet. Vulture Street might drop. There's probably a couple other things I'm forgetting. Like, Gunna did say he was gonna drop more music. He even teased like a Roddy Ricch collab album. Speaking of Roddy Ricch, he's supposed to drop the Navy album. But you know, Roddy Ricch is probably gonna drop in fall. Just because he always drops in fall for some reason. But as of right now, we're in August of this year, and this year already has better rap music than last year, bro. And I do want to say one album I did forget, or kind of forget for last year, was Let's Start Here by Lil Yachty. But at the same time, that's not a rap album. So that's the only reason I didn't really include it. Of course, he did drop a bunch of singles that were great, like the Secret Recipe with J. Cole, or Solo Step and Creep Boy from the A&P Cypher. But again, those are just songs. And I really wanted to just focus on albums for this video, because if you go into songs, obviously, female rappers from last year controlled most of the songs from last year. Because like people like Glorilla, Ice Spice, Lotto, Sexy Red, they had a bunch of this hit singles that were on the radio and stuff like that. But when we my bad, I'm talking too fast. But when we get to the albums, you don't really see that. Like, I don't know. That's why I didn't really include that. Also, if you include the singles, 2024 still got that because of Drake Kendrick beef. Just because, like, no matter who you think won, all of those songs were good. Push Ups, Family Matters, Euphoria, Like That, Beat the Grams, Not Like Us. I like the Heart Part 6. Like, all those songs were good. So even if you want to go for singles and stuff like that, I still think this year got it. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I think 2024's rap albums clear last year already. And again, we're not even done. There's probably a couple other rappers that are going to drop that I didn't even list. But let me know what y'all think. I'm going to end the video right there.